Welcome back to the program. Into our next section of ASEAN Challenge, we take a look at a prominent magazine's focus on journalism this year. Time magazine has opted to feature journalism and prominent people in the field of journalism as its Person of the Year. But this time, it's Many People of the Year, focusing on Reuters journalists Hwa Lon, age 32, and Cha So-woo, age 28, who were both been, you could say, victims of their country's respective democratic processes, you could say. In the Philippines, we have Maria Ressa, who's also been a victim of a government censure. She's also heading the Rappler, which is a critical news network that criticizes the government developments, as well as a slain Arabian writer who's also been involved in some prominent activities in journalism, as well as much, much more.
ใช่แล้วค่ะใน ASEAN Challenge ในสัปดาห์นี้นะคะเราก็จะพาคุณผู้ชมไปดูกันในส่วนของนิตยสาร Times ค่ะซึ่งได้มอบรางวัลที่มีชื่อว่า Person of the Year หรือว่าถ้าแปลเป็นไทยก็คือบุคคลแห่งปีประจำปี 2018 ค่ะซึ่งในปีนี้นะคะก็ได้มอบให้กับนักข่าวต่างๆนะคะที่ได้สร้างชื่อเสียงในช่วงที่ผ่านมาไม่ว่าจะเป็นนักข่าวของ Reuters ของเมียนมานั่นเองนะคะที่ได้มีข่าวเกี่ยวกับการโดนจับตัวไปเมื่อไม่นานมานี้รวมไปถึงที่ฟิลิปปินส์เองค่ะ Maria Ressa ซึ่งเป็นผู้ก่อตั้งเว็บไซต์ที่มีชื่อว่า Rappler ซึ่งเว็บไซต์เนี่ยก็ได้พูดถึงหรือว่าวิจารณ์รัฐบาลของฟิลิปปินส์เองนะคะรวมไปถึงนักข่าวอื่นๆจะเป็นยังไงกันบ้างก็ติดตามได้ค่ะ
Time magazine on Tuesday, December 11th, named a group of journalists, including a slain Saudi Arabian writer and a pair of Reuters journalists imprisoned by Myanmar's government, as its Person of the Year in a cover story headlined "The Guardians and the War on Truth." The honor went to a series of journalists, including Reuters journalist Hwa Lon, age 32, and Cha So-woo, 28, who the government of Myanmar convicted on September 3rd under the Colonial-era Official Secrets Act, in a case seen as a test of democratic freedoms in Myanmar. Also honored was Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a critic of Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Khashoggi was killed 2 months ago at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul when he went there to collect documents for his forthcoming marriage. The 95-year-old magazine also honored Maria Ressa, the founder of the Philippine news site Rappler, that's been a frequent critic of that nation's President Rodrigo Duterte. This magazine also honored staff of the Capital Gazette newspaper in Annapolis, Maryland, where a gunman shot and killed 5 people in June. Time said it chose to honor journalism at a time when the practice critical of democracy is under threat, both from governments and technological advances. Its annual distinction is intended to recognize the person, group, thing, or idea that had the greatest influence on world events that year.
So once we verified that there was an arrest warrant out, I surrendered to the court that issued the warrant and filed bail without giving up my right to actually question whether this court even has the jurisdiction, right? Our lawyers plan to file a motion for dismissal for this.
Times editor-in-chief and CEO Edward Felsenthal said in a statement, in his own words, "For taking great risks in pursuit of greater truths, for the imperfect but essential quest for facts that are central to civil discourse, for speaking up and speaking out." The Guardian's Jamal Khashoggi, the Capital Gazette, Maria Ressa, Hwa Lon, and Cha So-woo are Time's Person of the Year 2018. Ressa and her site were charged with tax evasion by the Philippines Justice Department in November. The 4 groups were highlighted on 4 separate covers of the magazine, one of which features the wives of the imprisoned Reuters reporters embracing one another as they hold photos of their husbands.
We are honored that Hwa Long and Cho Seo have been recognized as part of Time's Person of the Year. On the eve of marking a full year behind bars, we hope this recognition will draw continued awareness to their unjust arrest and imprisonment in Myanmar and reaffirm the essential role of a free press around the world. Every day that Hwa Long and Cho Seo remain in prison is an assault on press freedom.
Time said it chose to honor journalism at a time when the practice of criticizing democracy is under threat, both from the governments and technological advances. Its annual distinction is intended to recognize the person, group, thing, or idea that greatly influenced the world's events that year. And that wraps up our program for this week. Thanks for tuning in to ASEAN Challenge. We'll see you again very soon next week. For now, สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ